Hi everyone! So we already did a Q&A quite recently. We got so many questions that we decided to split into 2 videos. So this is part 2. You don't have to watch them in any order, so it's kind of just part other one. So we're gonna answer some more of your guys' questions that we didn't get to in our last video.
Somebody asked, ever been in an orgy?
That's personal.
Oh my god. I haven't, and I've never been invited. But no, it's funny. It's funny that you say that though. Somebody was telling me about an orgy that they went to. I was kind of like, I don't know that I would go, but I'm a little offended I haven't been asked yet. Like,
wait, I feel like that.
I feel like I deserve to be asked. What do I have to do around here to be asked to be in an orgy?
What's the dumbest way you've been injured? I don't get injured a lot. That doesn't happen. The one that stands out the most to me is when I was 3 years old, 4 years old, and me and my older brother, we shared a bunk bed. And he was on the top and I was on the bottom, and I was like talking to them. It was like late at night, and then all of a sudden my dad did that thing on the first like step or two where he goes, "You guys better be sleeping," and it stomps on them, and I jolt down and my tooth shatters on the metal bar into 3 pieces, and that I had to go to the emergency room is a whole ordeal.
Oh my god.
That was pretty dumb. None of that should have happened.
I would feel, can you imagine being your dad in that situation? Like, you like realize that you're the reason that your child is like in agony.
Oh my god.
Did it hurt?
No, I was laughing.
No, I mean, but like, how was that? Like, I can't.
Okay, I was 3 or 4, so I don't really remember, but I remember the emergency room. And I remember them like putting the mask over me and telling me to count or something. And I was like, I don't know numbers, I'm only 4.
Oh my god, you said that to them. Jesus. Oh
I'm only 4 years old, you think I know numbers?
God. So for me, I was either, I think I was a sophomore maybe, in high school. Me and my friends, we were like super cool, and we used to play on playgrounds. Like most kids were like smoking weed, and we were like, let's go to the swings.
That was so me.
I know.
This is why we're friends. We would have been friends
honestly.
in junior high, that's why.
Truly, we would have. But so we were playing on this playground, and we were playing a game called Cherry Cherry, which is called different things in different places. Yeah. But essentially, it's tag, but the person who's covers their eyes, and it all takes place on a playground. I was being chased by a friend of mine, and I kind of got cornered in a place. My only option was like make a jump onto this bar and like swing and like basically become an acrobat. I literally had to do like Cirque du Soleil to get away, but I was like, I'm not giving up. They're coming for me. I'm like, it's now or never. I gotta jump. So I jump and I go and I grab onto the bar, and it like split open one of my blisters. Immediately, of course, I dropped to the ground, and I like landed like falling in a twist, and I broke my ankle. And by the way, I still tried to get away. I immediately, I landed on the ground. Obviously, I broke my ankle, but I launched myself back up trying to get away, and I was like, uh-oh, something's wrong. And they didn't get me. So that was pretty stupid, I'd say. Okay, somebody asked, how gay is too gay? I actually believe it's not gay enough. I think that everybody should be gayer all the time.
In general. I thought you were going to say straight people, but yeah, gays should be gayer too.
No, because that's the thing. How gay is too gay? It's like, you could say, oh, is there a line or a limit? I'm like, no, I think it should be always more gay. Being gay makes the world better.
That'd be like asking, how fun is too fun?
There isn't a limit.
No.
The limit does not exist.
The limit does not exist.
Literally.
The limit does not exist. The limit does not exist.
I think this is funny because I don't know if he's serious or not. Do you like pizza? Do you make homemade pizza? And would you like a new and healthy recipe?
I guess if it's a point of debate, I think we can securely say yes, we like pizza.
Yeah.
And we have made pizza before, in fact, just 1 week ago. I hope we've answered your question.
Because I really like pizza.
Yeah.
I legitimately love eating pizza.
Someone asked, how to tell people that you are gay without saying you are gay? The best way to, just let people in on the secret without having to be like, hey, I'm gay, is a form of the bend and snap, but it's the gay version. You're gonna drop something and you're just gonna go, I dropped this. Oh my god, I dropped this. Honestly, I think they're gonna get the hint.
What if you have to tell your parents you're gay?
Hey,
you do the bend and snap for them too?
Why not? It's a universal language, the ass. There was a time when I was not out of the closet yet, and my friends went into Victoria's Secret and they said, Patrick, if you don't come in with us, you're gay. And I
I've been there.
stayed out specifically trying to be like, well, I'll show you. And they didn't pick up on it. It was like, you set the rules here, okay? But I think at the end of the day, like, there's nothing wrong with telling people you're gay. You should be proud of it.
Do you guys wear makeup sometimes? Yeah, we're on camera, girl.
Yeah.
We gotta look. On point.
That's gonna need a little bit more makeup to cover that up.
Yeah, I have the very few things I do. I mean, I keep it very minimal. I put on the lotion, but it makes my face shiny, and I don't like being shiny, so I just take a powder and just like calm it down.
I have really, really sensitive skin, and it's also like I have very like red skin tone. So definitely on camera, I generally wear some kind of makeup. But then in real life, I probably would more often, but if I wear makeup too much, my skin breaks out, so it's kind of a vicious cycle then.
I don't do it daily either.
If I'm going to like a social event or a party or something, I definitely
or on
do.
camera.
Yeah, exactly. This person said, do you think that gay dudes should buzz their legs? I'm also wondering if this person is gay, or if maybe this is a straight person wondering, like, do they or like should they? I think that people in general, whether they're gay or not, should do whatever the hell they want with their bodies. I don't, but only because I have so much hair already to deal with on my body that I don't need to add that forest and that situation and keep up with it. So, yeah.
Would you ever do a meetup? I absolutely would. I just would be worried that no one had shown up. Like,
I feel very positive. Like, I'm feeling very deep down in my soul like nobody would. So I always feel like, why?
Yeah.
But it's also that thing, it's like hard for us to understand that people would like want to go out of their time to meet us. Like, I feel like I'm a perfectly nice person and everything, but I don't know that I'm worth, people going, hey, let's travel, because, I wouldn't travel for most people. So
that's true. It's like, there's very few people that I would go to a meetup for, but is that something that you guys want or would do?
I mean, to be clear, would we? Yeah, we
really would.
You think my ego needs that? Absolutely. Oh my God, that would be like a jump start to my ego. I need it, actually. I just don't feel it's realistic. I love meeting people in general, and if I met anyone that happens to like what we do here, I would be so grateful, and so it would be a bigger deal for me than it would be for you, I'm sure.
Just out of our own curiosity, go down in the comments, comment if you would do a meetup, and then also where you're from.
If you could be from any country, where would you be from? I gotta be honest, like, the United States is it's like a dystopian reality right now, like, we get it. But I also do like living here. Like, I've, obviously lived here my whole life. I love being in California. The good parts of the USA I really like. I think if it was a place that wasn't from the United States, I'd probably want to be from the UK, mostly just because I'm so into British stuff that I would love to be like, I'd love to have an accent.
They're probably the closest thing to America.
Well, we came from there, so yeah.
What movies make you cry? Every single movie makes me cry. If you want to know something about me, is that I have a lot of empathy. In fact, I probably have too much empathy, because every time I watch a movie, I end up crying at any semi-emotional part.
I would say the last movie to make me like cry was The Wife with Glenn Close.
Oh my God, wait, yeah.
I sobbed. That woman is such an amazing actress, and that there's just this part at the end that broke my heart, and it made me bawl my eyes out. I was fully like, I was glad nobody else was with us, because like if there's usually other people around, I'll like try to like contain it a little. But I just let it out. What's a typical day like in the Patrick and Austin household? It's weird because like our days change a lot. Like it depends on what's going on at work. Like the way our work is structured is very like, it depends on what's going on. Like if we're in the middle of a shoot, sometimes we'll have like 12-hour days and it's like this insanity, it's very
But there's one thing that we do every day, and it is we pull out this couch and then we watch shows and have fun.
That's like our like
unwind. Yeah, that is actually like our thing. Yeah. All right, this one says yours is pizza, but what is Patrick's favorite food?
I've become very much like a lover of food. Like I'm becoming almost a little too pretentious about it, where I'm like, like the individual ingredients, like I appreciate so much because they're so delicious. What was that? Were you doing something?
No.
Like there are certain things that always make me really happy. Like if I have Thai food and I have like yellow curry or something like that, there are things like that that just instantly like bring me joy.
I love yellow curry.
I know.
That honestly gives pizza a run for its money. Those are actually tied for first.
Yeah. I love a food that like brings back memories, but also tastes good every time, and like I never get sick of it. Maybe something like that, but it changes all the time. Favorite questions are very difficult for me. They stress me out. What's a job you've always wanted to have? Not like a dream job, but something you thought would have been fun.
I always had like a want to be a singer. I always thought that would be so fun to, especially like being on stage and like everyone's there because they love your music. Yeah. That's crazy.
I agree with that. I think that if the thing that I like look at that is kind of like a hobby in my life, as I've mentioned like 10 times in this video now, is cooking. Like the thing about cooking for me is that it's a skill that I enjoy enough to actually learn about, and it's a performable skill, which is weird for me because I don't really feel like I have very like performative skills like how some people can like play piano or they can sing. Those are very like you can do it and you can show somebody. So I like having something like I can make it and I can give it to someone and they can taste it and be like, that's really good.
You guys are weirder than me. You said, do you want boneless milk? Are you drinking milk that has bones in it?
Yeah.
You should first see your doctor.
Boneless milk.
And then stop drinking that.
I'm trying to think if there's a joke that I'm missing. I don't think so. I mean, the short answer is yes. I prefer to have my milk without bones.
It's the first time I ever had to say that.
I don't really have anything else to say about that.
All right, and now we're gonna answer some questions from Twitter.
What is one thing that we find attractive about each other? You are so mean. I'm gonna throw you. Mine for you is probably that you are so weird. Like I find that attractive for sure. Like I think that's when people have that kind of like, again, that like goofiness you can have so much fun with.
Yeah.
That's hot to me. That's hotter to me than like somebody looking like a model.
Do I have to tell you mine?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, you have good ears.
I'm gonna kill you. You better start complimenting me right now.
The most attractive thing about you is probably, I wouldn't say it's your smarts. I think it's about how much you know and you want to know, and then you share that.
I'm glad. I do appreciate that, because in the same way that I think that you're really flattered about that, I'm flattered similarly about that, because like my dad's whole thing that he used to say to me, like ever since I was a child, was like, smart trumps cool. You could be cool or whatever, and you could like try to like be whatever, but like if you're not smart, like what's the fucking point?
Especially because if you're not smart, you look extremely dumb doing it.
Exactly. Who takes better thirst traps?
You do. You got the legs. You see, that's the thing, is like your thirst traps are your legs.
No, I know those are thirst traps. I just happen to show those off.
God. It's something that people like, but it's not dirty if you're wearing shorts, you know? Whereas other people are like shirtless and like,
or showing their butthole, you know, like
like a cat.
Yeah. You don't post many thirst traps.
No.
When you do, I think they're good.
When I used to, they were good, but
maybe we should throw some up on the screen and do a comparison, and then people can vote.
Nope, take that down.
No, come on. No, let's go.
No.
Let's go. No. Who gives better thirst traps? You let us know. Have we hooked up with anyone recently? I've hooked up with a couple people recently in like the recent past.
All last night. That's what he's trying to say.
Oh God, actually they're coming over right now, they're waiting. Oh, God, hooking up is so much work to me. That's the thing, that it's like every time it's a
full ordeal.
It really is. It's like by the time it's all ready to go, I'm usually bored. I'm usually like, God, I could have been done with this, you know? Like, literally, like, it's too much work. Like, having to go to someone or having to wait for them to come to you is like, so I don't very often, and it's honestly only for that reason. Mostly because it's just like, I don't want to go through the ordeal. But I have recently, I thought about giving a review, but that could get pretty shady pretty quickly, so I don't think I should. You didn't answer.
I mean, not really, recently.
You're a virgin.
Yeah, it was. I guess it was before Christ.
Okay, this person asks, "What are you most afraid of?" I'm most afraid of that look. I think I'm probably most afraid of living a very typical life. Like if I had to live like a 9 to 5, have a family, that makes me feel short of breath. Like that terrifies me. It's not for me. I could tell pretty early on as a child that I was not that was not the route for me, you know? And I need to kind of live a little bit differently. And so, yeah, that scares me.
Mine's spiders. Okay, so that's all the questions we're gonna be getting to.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for all of your questions.
It's so sweet that you guys care at all. Again, like, I feel like I say this every week, but it really is so sweet that you guys give any kind of a shit to be able to ask us questions. And I hope we answered them in some kind of way that entertained you or informed you. I don't know, but anyway, that's that. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video or the other video, give them both thumbs up, comment down below. We love you.
If we didn't get to your question in last week's video or this week's video, please leave it down below and we'll get to it another time.
See you next week.
Bye!
Bye.